Continues here on One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. Former President Rodrigo Duterte insisted that he will not attend the House Quad Committee hearing on the war on drugs. Aside from emphasizing his old age, Duterte said the House Quadcom can just use his testimonies at the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing last October 28. Duterte reiterated that there were no extrajudicial killings under his bloody war on drugs during his administration.
Hindi naman ako nagpapasuplado. Pero yung testimony ko sa Senate, natanong naman na lang lahat. Yun na yung that will be the meat, yung substance ng testimony ko.
The former president also blasted former Senator Antonio Trillanes for submitting the transcript of the Senate hearing to the International Criminal Court or ICC. Duterte warned Trillanes that he will openly campaign against his mayoral candidacy in Caloocan for next year's elections.
Alam mo, pag tumakbo ka Trillanes sa Caloocan, doon ako magkampanya. Doon mga ako makita. Doon kita babuin. Talagang babuin kita.
Now in other news, over 167,000 passengers were processed by the Bureau of Immigration during Undas. Now that covers October 31 and All Saints Day on November 1. According to the BI, international travelers increased by 12% compared to last year. The agency deployed more than 50 newly appointed immigration officers to deal with the foot traffic. We'll be back with more stories after this break. Keep it here on One News. Back, you're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. Pag-asa is monitoring a tropical storm within the Philippine area of responsibility. And now let's get the latest from Pag-asa weather forecaster Veronica Torres, who joins us on the line this morning. Veronica, good morning. Anong mga lugar po ba ang tutumbukin itong si Bagyong Marce?
Magandang umaga din po sa inyo, pati na rin sa ating mga taga-subaybay sa One News. So, sa ngayon naman, wala pang direktang epekto sa kahit na anong parte ng ating bansa itong si Tropical Storm Marce. Pero sa mga susunod na araw, yun nakikita nga natin na posible na itong maging track ay posible nga itong dumiretso. Or either, may dalawa tayong nakita scenario, either maglandfall or dumiretso ito sa may extreme northern Luzon or sa mainland northern Luzon area, or yung isa naman ay posible namang mag-recurve ito habang papalapit na ating bansa. Yung mga start na mga pag-ulan, posible ngayon o hindi kaya bukas, at sa mga susunod na araw, posible tayong maglabas ng weather advisory para nga dito kay Bagyong Marce.
Okay, Veronica, gaano ba kalakas yung ulan at hangin na inaasahang madudulot nitong si Bagyong Marce?
Opo, sa ngayon, kasi pagdating ng around bago mag-weekend, posibleng ayun na yung paglapit ni Marce sa atin. So, posibleng nasa may typhoon category na ito, posibleng umabot ng around 140 kilometers per hour. Yung sa mga pag-ulan naman, mga starting today or tomorrow, posible na yung mga scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. And then, sa mga susunod na araw habang lalapit itong si Marce, posible na nga tayo maglabas ng mga moderate to heavy, heavy to intense hanggang intense to torrential rain. So, ititignan natin, at habang lumalapit itong si Marce, ititignan natin at i-assess kung ano ba yung mga posible nating ilabas sa weather advisory na lakas ng mga pag-ulan.
Okay, Veronica, may iba pa bang nakakaapekto dito sa weather system na si Bagyong Marce? Pati kailan siya inaasahang aalis ng Philippine Area of Responsibility?
Sa ngayon naman ay wala naman na itong si Marce ay posibleng, ang tinitingnan lang natin is yung possible surge ng northeast sa mga susunod na araw. Pero ayun ay titingnan pa natin, at dahil medyo mahaba pa yung araw. Sa mga susunod na araw naman sa Metro Manila, posible pa rin magpatuloy yung fair weather conditions, pero titingnan din natin, babantayan din natin yung track nito kung patuloy ba itong bababa. Kasi kapag bumaba ito at lumapit, medyo may kalapitan sa may Metro Manila area, posibleng maging maulan or yung kanyang track or siya mismo magdala ng mga paulan. Pero dahil nga malayo pa ito, posible pa yung mga changes.
Okay, maraming salamat para sa update na yan. That was Pag-asa weather forecaster Veronica Torres. Meanwhile, the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, or PAOC, distanced itself from what they called a flawed raid in Malate, Manila last week. PAOC said it was not part of the raid at the Century Peak Tower, wherein 85 people were arrested and 69 of them are foreigners. PAOC spokesperson Winston Casio called the raid a failed operation because the arrested foreigners were eventually released. Apparently, the police failed to secure a legal hold on them. The raid was spearheaded by the National Capital Region Police Office and the Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group. PAOC spokesperson Winston Casio says BPOs are now seemingly becoming a refuge for scammers. And here's an excerpt from his interview on The Big Story.
Tell me how that played out. And secondly, they said they're a BPO, not a POGO hub. So there's a bit of confusion there. Can you clear that up for us?
Well, they claim to be a BPO. Kaya lang, based on the information that we have gotten from intelligence sources and based on the surveillance that we have done, as well as the interviews we have conducted with our civilian deponents, the ones who would stand as witnesses and or complainants against Central One, they're engaged in online gambling, online sports betting, so to speak. And indeed, we have seen it. You're showing it now on the screen. Nakita po namin yung mga iba't ibang cell phones that are indicative of betting. So they claim to be a back office, a business process outsource as far as their different locators, their different clients are concerned. But yan, yung nakikita po nyo, that's Winbox. That is one of the most prolific and infamous cryptocurrency hub or platform or gaming platform investment platform that are being used by different unscrupulous individuals and organizations worldwide. In fact, that Winbox is banned in many countries because it's a very gray area in relation to regulation. Diyan ho pumapasok yung mga money laundering scams and proceeds ng mga criminal organizations. Ang daming red flags. I could go on and on and on about the red flags and different violations in relation to Central One.
Okay,
But hold on a second. But sports betting in itself is not illegal. So
Sports betting in itself is not illegal.
Yeah.
But then again, the permit for that particular agency is
A
a
BPO.
business process
Correct.
outsourced, not an offshore gaming operation.
Okay, so they didn't have the POGO license, but they had the BPO license, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
The Immigration Bureau raised alarm over a growing number of Filipinas trafficked as surrogate mothers abroad. This comes after the repatriation of 7 Filipina victims who were recruited as surrogate mothers for unknown clients in other countries. BI Commissioner Joel Anthony Viado said 3 of the victims were deceived by false promises about surrogacy. Based on their investigation, the victims were recruited online and the traffickers will arrange a complex travel through multiple borders to avoid detection. Now in the PBA, Barangay Ginebra made it an even battle with the TNT Tropang Giga in Game 4 of the PBA Governors Cup Finals. The Gin Kings hacked out a 106-92 win over TNT to tie the best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece on Sunday. Stephen Holt fired 18 points, including a booming triple that buried the Tropang Giga for good. He also had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 5 steals for the Gin Kings. Next game is scheduled on Wednesday, November 6 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And those are the top stories of the hour. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.